Let me tell you why your fear of losing a client is costing you thousands of dollars and how to stop being afraid. Hey, I'm Sarah Petty, photographer and founder of one of America's most profitable photography studios. And my passion is helping you build a business that makes you money and still being able to put your family first. I don't want you to have to pick. I started out in the days of film, but like many of you, I was giving it all away. I was giving people proofs and I was charging $75. If you remember those days for hand-printed black and white prints, I was making like $10. Doing all of this work, giving them these beautiful proofs, telling myself that they were going to order. And when I realized, okay, that's not what's happening, they're telling me, I'll get back to you, I love them, I'm gonna order, and it wasn't happening, I realized I had to make some changes in my business. I just did. Because at the end of the day, I wasn't serving them. They were telling me they wanted to order, but they weren't ordering. And so I thought, okay, Sarah, you've got to do something differently. Yes, I did have to raise my prices, but more than anything, I was taking away the proofs. And they were only getting what they ordered. And I was so horrified of losing my clients. I was horrified of telling them that I was changing my system, that my prices had gone up, that if they wanted to buy things, they had to pay for them. Imagine that. But I built up these stories about people are going to talk about me. They're going to gossip about me and they're going to tell my husband. He's going to be like, how could I have married her? I just built this up into this massive amount of head trash. Right? Sitting right here on my desk. I keep this head trash can to remind me that it's just head trash. Those are stories I tell myself that keep me paralyzed and that keep me stuck. I had a student, Allison Gallagher, also who did the same thing. She, though, had built up a six-figure business giving away digital files for like $200 a piece, do the math, and her life was terrible. She was working all the time. She didn't know where her extra time would come from. She wasn't having the time with her daughter that she wanted, and she was freaked out to lose her clients. And I said, Allison, look, I can help you transition your clients to your new model of serving them at a higher level, and I can tell you exactly what products to offer them and how to price them, but you're gonna have to realize that it might be okay for you to lose some of those clients. Gosh, she lost about 75% of them, replaced them with a few clients in huge orders, and is working a fraction of the time. And now she has a ton of time with her daughter, and she also has more time to scale her business if she wants, because the first time she got to six figures at $200 a pop, she had no time left. As a coach and a mentor for photographers in business, this is where I spend a lot of my time, helping my students in my community tell the difference between what's head trash and what's reality. Because a lot of times it's just stories we tell ourselves, which is why I've built the community that I've built, where we kick out the bullies, we kick out the meanies. So if you're not a part of our community and our Facebook group, click the link below and come and join us so you can see what it's like to be in a safe space where it's safe to learn, where it's safe to be vulnerable and share your fears and doubts, because I'm telling you, a lot of other people share them, and I likely have been exactly where you are because I built my business from nothing, all by myself, scraping and scrounging and trying to figure it out. There wasn't someone like me who had a full system that was helping me figure it out. That didn't exist. So come and join our group. There's literally nothing like it anywhere online. What I really want to do today is give you some strategies and some tools so that you can stop being afraid. Because it's easy to say, oh, that's just fear. What do I do instead? I'm going to share with you. First off, you've got to wholeheartedly believe in wall portraits to your core. If I were on the Titanic and I were going down with the ship, I'd be screaming, I'm over here and get wall portraits. That's how deeply rooted it is on my gravestone. That's what it can say. Print and hang wall portraits of the people you love. Think about it. If you are with your child and they're going to run out into the street, How much do you believe that they shouldn't do that? You believe it like you would throw your life in front of them. That's how much you believe it. You believe that you need to teach your child not to run out into the street because you know that it's not going to end well. That's your belief. That's your conviction. And you're not going to let that kid run into the street. That's how you need to feel about your photography. That's how you need to feel. That's how passionate I want you to be. So we always say in persuasion, the person who believes more wins. I think that's why people order so much from me, because I'm so passionate. Price aside and what they're spending or investing aside, I want people to have wall portraits of the people they love. I talk about it everywhere. I talk about it at the grocery store, in line, in an airport, in some city where I could never even have a client. I talk about it everywhere because it's that important to me. And I want you to believe that much too. Believe. Write that down. Believe, 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 believe. Don't stop believing. Number 2, ask those people in your life why they love your artwork. Past clients, write it down, screenshot it, ask your mom, ask your family, your spouse, your partner, your significant other. Have them write those words to you. People whose lives you've changed. When you photographed a blended family who just got married and you photographed them with all their kids and you put it over the mantle and they're feeling like one family instead of a blended family. And they send you a note, write that down. Then what I have my students do is we put it in a tenacity journal, right? A tenacity notebook where screenshots of what people have said, like all the fun things, notes. I even write in there, I'm trying to find some of the colors. Like I have my kids draw me pictures in color so that when I get frustrated in business, or if someone tells me, no, people just want digital files, I go, that's not true. I come to my tenacity journal where people have said and told me how the wall portraits on their walls have made them feel. We're in a pandemic right now. People are suffering. They need us, and you've got to have tenacity. You do. Even if you get a notebook and you take your Sharpie and you write tenacity on it, do it and believe in yourself. There will always be people who tell you, you shouldn't do that. You should just give digital files. Don't listen to them. Henry Ford didn't, because we know if he would have asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. Instead, he created cars. That's what we're doing. And we have to share with people why they need this way cooler thing called prints. Fight for the lost generation, guys. Anyone under 25 who's grown up with digital files, they have been over photographed but under printed. And then finally, every time you're getting ready to sit and help your client order, we call it getting in state. Take some deep breaths. Go read your tenacity journal. Remind yourself how important it is for that client to have that artwork. I was the second child. There are no photos of me when I was little. None. Very few. Like once in a while I show up a little bit out of focus, runny nose, random. So I fight for that second kid, that third kid, that fourth kid, and I think about it and I get in state. And I picture an orange circle on the floor of happiness, of the joy I'm bringing this family. I get myself in that space and then I step into that orange. It's all about orange, people. You're gonna learn this. It's all about orange because that's where the joy and the happiness and everything good in the world lives. In my mind, it's in orange. So I get in my orange place to go and just serve my clients from a high level and fight for them to have beautiful wall portraits on their walls of the people they love. So every day when they come home from work, they see the people they love, they get goosebumps, and they're reminded of how fortunate they are in life. I'm in a small town in central Illinois. I can have enough clients to be in business for 24 years. I can have my dream business. I can do what I love every single day. And if I can do it, you can do it too. Believe. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.